Hey everybody, welcome to Music Causation. We are back at it for episode 4. I'm your host, Ron. I'm joined with Steve, as always. Steve, we got a great guest coming up today.
We really do. Very significant. Chakulla is an amazing person. We've been on the same path for over 30 years.
Yep, and I'll tell you, you guys are gonna love this because you're gonna hear some great music. We're going to be talking about his career. We're going to be talking about how to put an end to hunger, not just here in Rhode Island, but everywhere. And it only takes you out there to help. And it doesn't take much. If you don't have the money to donate to your local food pantries, then you can always donate some time. And if you're a music artist, donating time can be just as easy as just coming on the show, talking about your music, talking about what you can do and what you can bring to the table to help. And that is just your talent.
Definitely. We'll talk a little bit about the 1 of 52 Hunger Network and what it means, but it costs nothing to join us. All we look for is a minimum of one action in 1 week annually.
Yep.
And, talking about going beyond the borders of Rhode Island, Chakulla is joining us today from sunny Florida.
Yeah, so it, like I said, it goes beyond just here in Rhode Island. But again, if you haven't seen the first 3 episodes, you probably should, if not just to check out those artists, what they've got to say, and some of their music that they played on the show. And we are live. Every episode that we do, we do it live, so it's on the fly. You get us real. We just put ourselves out there, and also the artists themselves put themselves out there, and it's fantastic to get the talent that we bring just to give their time and effort. So you're out there, you're watching, you must be watching either on YouTube or Facebook at Rhode Island Broadcasting, Twitch at RI_broadcasting, and of course, Twitter. Can't forget about our Twitter folks out there at Broadcasting RI. Please, by all means, throw your comments out there. If you have questions, ask them. It could be, about, the artist. It could be about how to go about, helping in any way. And of course, if you're a business out there and you want to jump on this bandwagon, like Rhode Island Broadcasting has, and you want to join up with the 1 of 52 network to sponsor the show, that sponsorship money goes 100% into the food banks.
Yeah, and it can be really any amount you feel you can afford.
Right. So you don't even have to sponsor the show for a ton of money. We're not asking, for a ton. But if you can do it, then do it. If you can give your time. So we'll welcome sponsorships for pretty much anything. Within reason, of course. We're not gonna come up here and let somebody sponsor from some inappropriate places. That ain't gonna happen. But you can still donate if you are from those inappropriate places. We're just not gonna put it way out there.
All donations are welcome. And speaking of the previous shows, go back to our archives at RhodeIslandBroadcasting.com.
Absolutely.
And our first show was with Bill Bartholomew. Big ups to Bill. He did an amazing job to kick us off.
Yep.
Our second show was with Papa Angelo and Mark Rush.
Yes.
Our third show was with Buddy Cavalieri. And
Hall of Famer.
And we'll have an announcement a little bit later that Al Olson, who's going to be our next guest. I got to send you the information on Al. He's got an upcoming event, and that event's going to be featuring Buddy at Java Madness.
Oh, I might have to go to
A
that.
great tie-in right there.
I might have to go to that.
We,
That
want
that might be a must see.
For
It
sure.
must see because we've had Buddy on it and previous of the show, I was pretty honest and I had never heard his music before, but I was astonished. I was amazed on how great it was. So,
What talent! Amazing talent.
oh, it's been fantastic. But let's bring out our guest, Chakulla. He's fantastic. So we can't hold out anymore, and we got to bring him in.
Hello, my new friend Ron Rago and my old friend Steve Maciel.
Yes.
Thanks for having me on Music Causation and the Rhode Island Broadcasting Company. I mean, this is wonderful what you're doing.
Yeah, we're trying to do our best to really bring this to the forefront of everywhere, and I know we get a lot of viewers from other countries, and I want to recognize those viewers because they have similar problems just as much as we have here in Rhode Island, and there in Florida for you. So so I want to thank everybody from like Sao Paulo and Brazil, Egypt, Cairo, and Alexandria are two of our top 5 cities viewed.
Wow, great.
So, and of course, Providence, I mean, we have a lot of viewers in Providence and all across the world. I just wanted to recognize some of those folks. And I got to tell you, for some reason,
I don't have any audio.
It's Sao Paulo has been one of our most viewed places since Rhode Island Broadcasting started, and it's fantastic. We even had at one point a band from Brazil guest on one of the shows, and it was awesome.
Maybe we'll even pick up some viewers from the continent of Africa.
Yeah, I would love it.
As he's telling us about his career, may mention that he spent time. And what does Chakulla mean in Swahili?
Chakulla means food, and that was
oh, come on,
our friend Sid Bernstein.
See that?
You were meant for this. You were born for this.
Yeah, I had a group called Chakulla. It was Chuck Smith and Chakulla, and we did some shows for Sid Bernstein. And I've been singing out for food for a long time. But we did this one show, and I'm standing after my set, and people were walking by, they're going, "Hey, Chakulla." I said,
"That's awesome.
How come they're calling you Chakulla?" And I said, "Well, I guess it's because of the band." And he says, "There you go." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "You ought to use Chakulla." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Because they're already calling you Chakulla, and it's who you are." So basically, I started all over again.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. See, that's a story that
love that.
People have to love that.
Sid is responsible for bringing the Beatles here to the United States. He was on singing out on, as I say, in Rhode Island with us. He's supposed to be advertising his book. It's Sid Bernstein calling, and instead what he was doing is he was asking folks to give your food banks and food pantries. He was thumbs up to what Steve and I do and anyone that helps out. And he said if he had a car, he'd put help feed hungry people on there too. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So okay. So the first question I have after that would be: you have the Hunger Bus.
Yes.
Now, how did you start that project?
Well, I've been, like I say, since actually the 70s. I was in the Peace Corps, learned about hunger and actually malnourishment. And what happened is that I came back to the United States and found out that there was hunger here. Started doing things for Rhode Island. I'm a Rhode Islander from Wickford. And was brought to my attention that the North Kingstown Food Pantry needed some help. So at the time, I started the Gala 4th of July Festival in North Kingstown. For 8 years, I did that, which we had music and Firecracker 4 road race, road run, kids games, Denny Brown, and also started to bring food to the event, and that would go to the North Kingstown Food Pantry with Bonnie Smith was running it at the time. Then we did for Food Week, and that was a week's worth of food gathering in North Kingstown, which was music. And we remember, Steve, we used to do it in the streets. Musicians would come in Wickford and
Yes.
and play. Buddy,
Buddy
we
mentioned it
talked
last
about
week.
Buddy
We talked about the
Cavalieri. Yeah,
the Harmony
Army. We started playing at Updike, Center right there in Wickford. While the weather was good, because you wouldn't want to be out there in the wintertime. But we'd play music to benefit the North Kingstown Food Pantry. Buddy's been awesome. He is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful man. This whole, here's what I could go on and on. I've been doing this a long time. In the 80s, I did organize the first World Hunger and Local event at University of Rhode Island, which Alan had just started his project there.
Alan Sean Feinstein, of course.
Yes, yeah. And so we did that. It was live on TV and live on the radio there. We had a lot of folks come in and play. But what I really feel that I'd like to encourage folks to get out and just take the time to do something. And what happens if you're a musician, you're sharing, number one. And I'll tell you, I have gotten so much better because I'm not performing anymore. I'm sharing. And it's really something when you do something for someone. It's makes your heart sing, makes other folks' heart sing that you don't even know. It's so if we can encourage you folks, your listeners, to jump in and do a gig, a book signing on the side of the street, make a sign that says give to your food banks and food pantries.
No, that's awesome. And that reminds me, about what Buddy said, what he did, is just being out there and trying to get, people to do their part,
Yep.
and their part is just take it, like you said, taking one action, and it's so subtle. It's not like you need to be out there every day and doing something for someone every single day.
Kind of like Chakulla does.
Yeah, that's
right.
what you don't have to be that intense about it.
Right, but it's whatever your walk is in life. It just even sharing a smile is so important. You see somebody that has a shirt you might like, you might go, "Wow, that's a nice shirt," or
Yes,
and they stand up tall. They just wow,
positive interaction.
Absolutely, we need more of that. Pete Seeger was a friend of Steve and mine, and he told me one time what happened to elevator music, and how come people aren't humming anymore. I think we need to, and the elevator music is like whistling and, the catchy things,
Right.
People aren't whistling or humming as they're going along the streets anymore. So start humming and whistling. And as you're doing it, you can just give to your food banks and food pantries.
There you go.
Yeah.
And Chakulla, you've always just set such a great example, and we've always held you up as a great example. And it's very important for the musicians and artists to participate. Like you say, people from all walks of life can use whatever their talent is to participate. And the massive effect of this, the ongoing long-term effect of this, not only with the musicians, but maybe even almost as importantly with their fans. Music has a lot of influence over society. So if we're all out there singing out for food, as you say, what a difference it'll make.
Yeah, and when you add the fact that there's so many different genres out there, and everybody's got different tastes. We already know that, right?
Absolutely.
So it doesn't matter if you just a guy with a guitar, as they say, like when American Idol, they did their stints with the instruments,
Yep.
and it's like, oh, a guy with a guitar wins, but it's not only that; it could be a cappella. So you get like 3 or 4 guys. Like barbershop quartets were big way back.
Whatever your talent is.
Yeah, whatever your talent is, it doesn't matter if it's
chocolate chip
metal.
cookie, that's your talent. Use it in some way.
Well-
donate to a bake sale.
Right. Here's one thing about Steve, that this was the Artist Hunger Network when he first started. Now, he came to the realization that it was a bigger picture. It's not, artists are great, but he,
Yeah.
Steve had written a book about getting out there and, the pros and the cons of getting out and playing music, So when he first started the One of 52, his thoughts were artists. Now it's opened up and it's a bigger picture. And this is all inclusive. And that's what we need to do, is be more inclusive with everybody and everything, and
It's all
and
about
giving
whatever
and-
everybody has a special talent.
Absolutely.
Whatever that talent may be, you can apply it.
And Alan Sean Feinstein and Bernie Boudreau was the ones that said, hey, you got to talk to Steve Mason. I think at the time Steve had 3 people involved.
Right.
And- yeah. So, of course I jumped in because it's a great idea, and it's the idea. And it's, this is, that's what it's about. You have an idea and you go for it, folks. Take your thoughts, what you'd like to do, and just jump in and do something. I mean, a lemonade stand for kids, for your kids, to help them to do something for the future, and how wonderful it is to give. And you raise $17. Well, $17, every dollar to the Feeding America gives $6. They can turn $1 into $6. So money is right. Anything I do, 100% goes to the recipients. I'm able to make ends meet because it just seems that if I need to do something, I'm able to do it, and the money shows up for me to get the wheels on the bus going round and round.
Exactly.
And-
Right. Which brings
and
us
if
back
I-
to the hunger bus.
Right. And I'm just saying, that we all have things. If we want to do something, if it's the right idea and the right things, and what happens is that we're able to do it. So,
That's great. Love it.
All right, so I guess what we should really do right now, because I'm
Yeah.
sure the fans that have been watching are definitely want to hear one of your songs.
And
I
I
mean-
think Chakulla, you're going to start out with one of the songs from our
yeah,
compilation. The time is now, correct?
correct. If that's what you'd like. Do you want
Sure.
blank? Okay.
And just a quick note that anybody go on to Google or go on to Facebook and search on One of 52 Hunger Network. You'll come directly to our pages, and we have a whole page dedicated to this compilation. It's not available for sale right now. It's available to listen to for free. And if you are so motivated, please donate.
Absolutely. So let's listen to Chakulla, and the time is now, right?
The song that the title song and the title of the CD is "The Time Is
Oh,
Now."
the time is now. Is the
But you're going
title.
to be performing
This is a song called Blanket of Snow.
"Blanket of Snow."
Oh, okay.
roads that our lives go can change from day to day. But the lives, yeah, yours and mine, we find them along the way. Traveling, oh, life's highway, climbing up that mountain to the top. Wherever we go, the roads of life will take us. And life sometimes shakes us. It's tough to stay warm, covered with a blanket of snow. Life's weather, no, no, never, or forever stays the same. Our endeavor, whatever, can be a struggle to achieve. Well, my life and your life, from a friend, hey, yeah, to a friend, you, I do believe. Traveling, oh, life's highway, climbing up that mountain now to the top. Wherever we go, the roads of life will take us, and life sometimes shakes us. It's tough to stay warm, covered with a blanket of snow. Never know where life's roads are taking you. Maybe a change of the weather ahead. Hey, whether storm or shine, I'm your friend and you're mine. Yeah. Traveling, oh, life's highway, climbing up that mountain now to the top. Wherever we go, the roads of life will take us, and life sometimes shakes us. It's tough to stay warm, covered with a blanket of snow.
Fantastic.
That was awesome. Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, so that song has been on that CD. How long has the CD been in circulation?
We produced it in
2000, wasn't it?
2000.
Yeah.
And some of the songs, it was an amazing juxtaposition of space and time. Some of these songs, like Blanket of Snow, was already existing, and Chakulla decided to add it to the compilation. But other of these songs were written specifically for the project. So it's a great combination of songs that were there previously and that were written for the project. Like, as a matter of fact, the title song, Time Is Now was written specifically for this project, and we'll be featuring that in an upcoming show. And it's just an amazing song, and we've nowhere near scratched the surface of the depth of penetration
Right.
for this yet.
Tom Carley, and who had his studio and donated his time. I mean, there's so many folks in Rhode Island that took their time to just jump in for the love of people. So, I mean, this is amazing, you know. It just makes your heart sing. I mean, this is
and that's just it. It's
not
it's
just
at the
from Rhode Island. We got
right.
Bill Perry, right, Steve?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, and you know, when we talk about all these things, and the people that have jumped onto this project, it's kind of heartwarming, you know, that there's people that really care about your fellow human.
John Cafferty, you know, and that's another thing. John has helped us out in the past. Now I say us because we're all, as yourself, Ron, you're jumping in and helping out now, and the time is now still.
Right.
And what we are doing is it's all of us. It's as individuals making a difference. You know, we did the thing at Odium, Steve, remember?
Yeah, John, it was a fantastic gig.
John Cafferty,
Yep.
and John Campbell, the late John Campbell, Rudy Cheeks, you know,
I remember
MCing,
Rudy Cheeks.
I mean, we've done things at where the folk festival is there. You know, where's the folk festival? Where they have jazz festival?
Newport?
Fort Adams in Newport.
Yes, Fort Adams. We've done events there. You know, what we need is the main thing. If you do something, if you can get the media to jump in to help out, this is great. Now, here's if you jump in and become a, say become a member. You know, it's like, oh, you know, I don't know if I want to do that. Well, you jump in with a bunch of people. What this is, the 1 of 52 Hunger Network is you become part of a family. It's a family. It's a community. Steve will, you know, you can put on where this event is going to happen. You know, you send it to Steve. He'll put it up. You can also put it up yourself. This is as individuals, we can make a difference.
Right. And
As individuals, and like you were saying earlier,
yeah,
it takes one person to do one thing. You don't have to pressure yourself to do anything. This is all about fun. It's like, my gosh, you're
absolutely.
having a ball. You're having fun.
Yeah, and if you're having an event somewhere, and like I said before, it doesn't have to be Rhode Island. It doesn't have to be Florida.
Well, no, that's
you
right.
let us know, and we can put it out there. Put the word
Well, that's
out
all
there.
over the place, right? In
Right.
fact, we've got Florida Food Initiative, which they're going to be jumping in and talking about some of the things they've done, and these are just people jumping in and making a difference too, as individuals. Like I say, it's as simple as parents. Gosh, you teach your kids something, you know, do a lemonade stand out front, or you know, have them create some artwork, and they can go out and do it to help your local pantry.
It can
You know,
literally be anything.
Absolutely.
We started in Rhode Island. We are up and running in several states now. You know,
Many
we mentioned a couple of the artists on the CD. So let me just do a quick rundown, just so we don't forget anybody today. Eddie McGurl has the lead-in track with White Shirts, Hungry Children. Eddie will be a guest on a future show. Lindsay Amore, who is now living down in New Jersey.
And she's grown up now.
I know, she's all grown up now. Nathaniel's Creed, Leo Tremblay, Ted Donovan, the dearly departed Ted Donovan,
Yeah.
Michael Troy, dearly
Yeah.
departed Michael Troy,
Yeah.
Chakulla, still with us, hang in there, Chuck.
Yeah. I've been trying to.
Johnny Fuzek, the Small Planet Band, John
Yeah.
Cafferty, Folks Together, and those guys, unbelievable. They helped be executive producers on the CD. Bill Perry, Blackfoot Yankee, Chakulla covering Pete Seeger's song "We Shall Overcome."
I wrote the music.
Right, and then
Yep.
Pete Seeger himself with his song "A Little of This and That," which is very relevant. It's really the Stone Soup story that
Yep.
that he wrote for his beautiful wife
Causation.
Lucy.
Yeah.
And the Unity song by dearly departed one of my best friends, Tom Carley.
Absolutely.
You'll be hearing much more about the Time Is Now CD going forward. And if I just want to jump in with one of our upcoming guests this coming Monday, we'll have Al Olson on the show.
Good.
And Al will be here, and he'll be talking about his upcoming event at Java Madness, which is Saturday, May. I think I wrote May 6th, but I think it's May 5th. It's that Saturday.
Is that right?
He's playing for St. Anthony's Lutheran Church, which he does both non-perishables and toiletries for the church. And it is May 6th. Saturday, May 6th starts at 2 p.m. down at Java Madness. And they usually donate a portion of the food sales from their
Mark.
store that day.
Mark does,
Mark,
yeah.
a fellow 152 member and does amazing work for us and is always willing to host people for the cause.
Absolutely. Maybe we can get them on the show in the future.
That'd be great.
Wanted to mention, if it's okay, we have the Hibiscus Fest May 5th. So it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And this, the monies that are generated goes to Meals on Wheels. And non-perishable food items come in. We do this because, of course, we're involved and inspire people to help each other. So, and this is a concert. It's a musical festival that goes on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we have Craig Kenning, who is our national slide guitar champions, coming in. We have Bill Metz. Bill Metz just wanted to mention about Bill.
We need to get him on the show.
Good. Excellent. And he's come from Florida to come up to Rhode Island. Now, here's which is beautiful. He is from Providence. He was brought up. Yes. No. Now he's come down in Wakefield and sang out. We have Karen Cohen, who's come in from Florida, who is part of the Guitar Army, which inspired the Harmony Army. We've done things in Woodstock. This is where, we've had people come down from Canada, Dulcinea, on a tour, come to Woodstock, New York, where we did an event there, where we had just 6 people from the Guitar Army took their money to come.
One of your colleagues, Cindy Bear, is going to do an upcoming show with us also.
Absolutely wonderful. She's and her hubby is extremely talented, and they're sweet, wonderful people and great musicians. Wait till you hear their stuff.
Great.
They curl your toes.
That's awesome. All right. So, folks out there, you are watching Music Causation with special guest Chakulla Smith. You are watching us on YouTube at Rhode Island Broadcasting. So subscribe, donate, the whole bit, share the show, because even when you share the show, the proceeds of ads or whatever comes along with that, views, it all goes towards the cause. You can listen to us on Anchor, Spotify, Google, Amazon, Red Circle, TuneIn, and a bunch more. You're also possibly watching us on Twitter at Broadcasting RI, and also Twitch at Broadcasting, and of course, Facebook at Rhode Island Broadcasting. And you can donate stars with every comment if you want. So you throw a comment up there, ask a question for Chakulla or Steve or myself, and we'll do the best we can on answering your questions, posting up your comments as you make them. But donate with the stars and the bits on Facebook and Twitch. And Chakulla's getting excited here.
Yeah, right. You can donate directly to the Rhode Island Community.
No,
Food
I'm just
Bank.
tuning up because Steve.
You can donate
Steve
directly
mentioned-
to the Rhode Island Community Food Bank at the link below on the screen that pops up occasionally.
Yep, we've been posting up these links. Like I said, if you donate bits and stars on the show, that will all go towards the cause. We do it for the Rhode Island Community Food Bank.
You can donate directly to whoever you want.
If you don't want to donate to the show to put it there, then you can just go down to your local food bank and donate there. So, so we're gonna go jump in now with more music for Chakulla. What do you got for us this time?
I'm going to do a song that the words were written by Pete Seeger, but can I just mention that, you know, I'm a Rhode Islander. I'm in Florida for different reasons, but I'm a Rhode Islander, Rhode Islander. I drink coffee. I do have a car, but I have a bus and I have, stuff. But I just want to say that no matter where you are from or where you go, you can make a difference. And it really is, for you guys, folks that are need some little bit of help, how to do something, basically you just do it. You say, hey, we're playing over here. Bring some non-perishable food items. Of a pantry. You can call them. They'll pick it up. Or they might need you to take it to them. Or just share hunger awareness. Just to let you know that with the Feeding America, every $1 you give, they turn it into 6. Something to think about. Don't know how they can do it. I don't either, but they do it. Okay. I'm a nonprofit too. I'm not asking for you to help me. I'm asking you to give to folks that need help. Give to your communities. But Steve and Ron, Bernie Boudreau, who was the director for the Rhode Island Community Food Bank, great guy, wonderful musician. He's done a lot of events with us. Jeff Moffitt, or Jeffrey Jazz Bass, has helped out. Clay Chipman, there's a lot of folks have jumped in and make music and created. Susan Hurd, we've been doing this for a long time. When you get together with people and just create something, it's like, wow. And you leave people go, man, you sounded so great. And you go, wow, thank you so much. It's because you're not performing, you're sharing. That's the secret. Share that smile, share the love, share something you have there. So how about one grain of sand? Okay. Sand, one grain of sand, one grain of sand in all the world, one grain of sand, one little boy, one little girl. grain of sand. This is what happens in life. You have to retune things sometimes. And this, you breathe, take time to breathe. Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with breathing.
I prefer it.
One grain of sand, one drop of water, a drop of water in the deep blue sea. One grain of sand, one little you, one little me. Ooh, yeah, you know I love you so. Ooh, yeah, more than you'll ever know. That's right. Hey, you know you're unique and you're valuable too. You're an individual, and the song's for you and me. Planting a seed, a harmony. One grain of sand, a little star, a little star. That's who you are. A grain of sand, a one you, one me. One grain of sand, one drop of water, a little seed for all this world. One grain of sand, one you, one me. We all should be respecting each other and living in, sharing a smile and helping each other, right? In harmony. Help me out. Harmony. Ron, I heard you singing. Come on. Harmony. Steve. Harmony. Guys. Harmony. Harmony. You guys listening. Harmony. You guys listening. Harmony. Harmony. One grain of sand. Harmony. One drop of water. Harmony, one little seed, harmony, for all this world, harmony, one little star, harmony, one you, and harmony, one me, harmony, and harmony, and harmony.
Thank you.
That's
Chakulla.
awesome. I don't
Thank you.
think they
I
want me to sing will
No, me
scare
neither.
away.
I heard you singing before. Here's what I wanted to say. That in part, that was we recorded. Actually, Brenda Bennett Mosier sang with Prince, has helped us out. I'm trying to think of all the people we had. Juma Sultan, who is Jimi Hendrix percussionist, has helped us out in Woodstock. He's Mike Kimmel, who traveled at 15 years old, traveled all over Europe with these jazz greats. He has a group called Ashanan. He drove from New York, and Alan Kaplan came from New York to do in 2000, the Hunger Net, at that time, the Artist Hunger Network kickoff event, which is the 1 in 52 Hunger network. What an event that was at Lupo's. Right?
Oh,
Remember, Steve?
I've got some video footage.
You
from
wore
it.
out the shoes. You wore out the
tapes
soles on your shoes.
Yeah, right. The tape has deteriorated, but I'm going to try to salvage some of the footage. And there's so many. Once we start naming them, you're sure to forget somebody because there's just been so many people involved over the 30 years. I do want to mention my sister organization and my good friend David Goldstein with his organization called Hunger Down, which is right here in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. We're doing so many great things and involved on so many levels. You got to visit the website, www.oneof52.net, and it's got a whole lot of history behind us and a lot of information, and you can join up right on the site there. And you can see who else is involved by clicking on the drop-down menu of the roster, 1 of 52 roster at 1of52.net. And a lot of great things coming up. A lot of great events. This summer we'll be doing with Motif Magazine. I'm going to their Motif Music Awards tonight. They've committed to making their big food truck event in August. Be a 1 of 52 event. They'll be doing a food drive there. So we really got it going on. We got so many people being involved. And, this show is called Music Causation, and I love the name because causation means cause and effect. And this is really where we're going with this. If we all do this together, if we all take the cause to heart, the effect will come. Hunger shouldn't even exist in this country. So all the solutions are out there. We're going to be bringing attention to the solutions. And, we mentioned Alan Sean Feinstein and his Brown University World Hunger Program there. That was one of the first beneficiaries of the 152 Hunger Network. They identified 3 types of hunger in the world. And there's basically, number 1 is food scarcity, where food just doesn't grow. Number 2 is food deprivation, where food is actually kept from people for warring purposes or political purposes. And number 3 is food poverty. And in America, in the United States, we only really have to deal with food poverty. We don't have scarcity. We don't have deprivation. We basically just have poverty. And that is an unacceptable answer to me, that in this land of plenty, we can't come up with the solutions to end hunger in America. Totally unacceptable to me. So we don't have all the answers, but all the answers are out there. And by bringing together folks like Chakulla, folks like Ron, all the participants in our 1 of 52 Hunger Network, this is where the rubber meets the road. And this is where we're going to be making an amazing difference. And our tagline, our slogan is strength in numbers. And that's what it's all about. 1 of 52 Hunger Network. Take a minimum of 1 action in 1 week of the year. Use your talents to make a difference. Visit our website at 1of52.net and you can join us there. We'll be trying to do this show every week, every Monday at noon. Might not happen every
live,
week.
mind you.
Live. Might not happen every week, but tune us in. You can always go to the archive shows and view them there too.
How many times we've tried to do this here? How many times? 2 times now?
Yeah, I know technical things happen, but we're getting it together, and that's where we're going to stop.
And at the right time. See, that's
exactly. And we're going to bring people live into the studio, which we love, but we're going to be doing more remote shows from all over the country. So tune us in and turn us on.
Yeah, and don't forget, it is for a cause. Okay. Now, again, I stress the fact that we're doing this here in Rhode Island. Chakulla is Florida.
I'm all over the place. I'm in Rhode
Island. Well, yeah, you're all over, everywhere.
Yes.
But the hunger bus
takes them everywhere.
Every
You
day.
know-
If I'm here, I can help somebody someplace else.
absolutely,
And
and this
Steve
is what I'm
too.
driving
Right.
home.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like we have listeners everywhere, so I don't care where you are. It could be Philippines, it could be Moscow. I don't care where you are. But look, every country has this problem. Every country. I don't care where you are. There's always somebody that needs food somewhere. And you can help your area just by going down there and even donating time. It doesn't have to be money, it doesn't have to be performing. It could be just as simple, and I use this every week, Steve, just as simple as just going down there and stocking shelves at the food bank. That's all you need to do. So it could be anything.
I was just looking at my notes here. Throughout the years, like I mentioned to you, Steve, before, and Ron, Bernie Boudreau, great musician. He has helped us out, and he's been a part of this since, he was the director for the Rhode Island Community Food Bank, and he jammed out with us.
I think he's at the Connecticut Food Bank now.
No, he's not. He's retired. He was
Oh,
there.
is he retired? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. So he's back in Rhode Island. He's
There's
living
no
in Rhode
excuse. We'll
Island.
have to get him on a show.
Yes, absolutely. And he's playing with Tugas, I think his last name is. I'm trying to think of his first name right now, but worked at Guild. And here's the thing. You talk about a thing. What we do when you're doing something to help somebody, people jump in and help out. We had Guild Guitars. I was sponsored by Guild Guitars. We gave a DC-1 to someone who lived in Westerly. We went out across Rhode Island. We had 3 places: South County, East G, and then Providence. And we did the thing. And if you brought canned good, you got a little thing, a ticket. If you played at the open mic, you got a ticket. And if you donated $1, you got a ticket. There was a guy that ended up getting this guitar, which Guild helped, Gordon Parkman. As I say, I was endorsed by Guild. He came from Westerly that night, drove to Providence and got it. He was a father of 3, had a junky guitar. He had to sell his real good guitar because he was a father and had to make ends meet. And that was great. We also have Fishman, and I want to thank Fishman Transducers for helping me and hooking me up with pickups in my guitar, because it's the only thing that makes me sound good. And also Royer microphones. For recording. It's I thank a lot of folks for inspiring me. Pete Seeger. Remember we went to what was it, the Corn Festival?
The Corn Festival, that's where I first met Pete. Yep.
What's that?
That's where I first met
We
Pete.
we
It's
went
at the
to
Corn Festival in New York.
right, and we brought a lot of Rhode Islanders there. What was it? Folks Together, was it?
Mm-hmm.
They came and played there. We brought them in, and this 1 of 52. If you just look at the credits on that CD, "The Time Is Now," it would curl your eyebrows.
Yeah, it's
because
incredible.
it's just it's incredible because it's love.
Yeah.
This is the thing. This is what you're talking about. It's love for mankind, for our friends, our people we don't even know.
And it's more than the artist itself. You have the people that are behind, producing the music and just there as part of the recording sessions and stuff. So there's a lot of things that go into it. So it's more than just those folks that are singing.
We had some great sponsors back in the day too. We had
So you see this?
Spinix, the Providence Phoenix, who are unfortunately not with us anymore. Softwind Productions, Buckley Heating and Cooling, and my dearly departed friend Tom Carley at the Rock and Roll Ranch.
Oh,
Buckley,
this.
right?
Yeah.
And then we have this here too. See,
Yeah.
fuel.
There we go.
Visit
Now
your
this-
website.
It's not for sale up there as of yet. I'm sorry, but I just do this when I'm out playing. We're working on it. We're working on a lot of things. And here's the things: it's step upon step. It's whatever you can do, and you need help sometimes. I'm a person that it's hard to ask for help. I'm looking for somebody who wants to donate a little bit of time to help the Hunger Bus out. You can call me at 941-883-1212 because I do things by the phone. It's 941-883-1212. I'm looking for somebody that can do a little bit of, and you can work for a nonprofit, help, get your thing getting out there. And I just need a little bit of help for this internet. Which
There we go.
I'm how old am I now, Steve? 27?
27, yeah.
So great to hear about your upcoming Hibiscus Festival that I didn't realize that was benefiting Meal on Wheels. That's fantastic.
What's that? Say that again?
The Hibiscus Festival. Thank you for sharing that information with us.
Always,
That's great.
every year.
We got Al Olson's gig coming up soon.
At the
May
farm,
6th.
At the farm, we just did a hunger event there too. This is in Brooksville, Florida, and that helped out one of the local food pantries. I mean, this is the thing: is that if you're doing something, you can collect non-perishable food items. Ninnegrit Park, any event that goes on there, I'm not mentioning any names, folk festivals, anything that goes on in Rhode Island, you can bring some non-perishable food items there too. Not a problem. It doesn't matter. Just if you need help hooking up for someone new, you can call me, or you can call Steve, or you can
comment on the show.
Contact
we'll make
us.
sure that
We'll
you
help
get
you.
some
We'll help
to
you.
where you need to get.
Right. And I just also want to mention too, this is how you can help. Rhode Island has the Rhode Island Community Food Bank license plate. When you buy that, that goes all across Rhode Island to help benefit people. Okay, and you're proud because you have a Rhode Island Community Food Bank thing. Now this is John Lennon's. Now this is in Florida, which we're trying to make this go across country. If you can see this, Imagine, it's the Imagine license plate. Yoko Ono has given us permission to put this out and to raise awareness.
That's fantastic.
This is actually, see the license plate on there? That's the license plate on the Hunger Bus, which I am very, very, very privileged to have. But you can get anything you want on there, and that goes, it's distributed like for right now in Florida. They're working on this in California as I speak to you right now.
That's great.
Yes.
Imagine if there was no hunger. I actually tried to get the Rhode Island plate, the Rhode Island Community Food Bank. They don't allow it on trucks, unfortunately, so I couldn't get it.
They don't allow what?
They don't allow the plate on trucks. I have a pickup truck, and they didn't allow it on my truck in Rhode Island, unfortunately. But we
Really?
got time.
Oh, that's something we need to change.
Yeah, let's try to change that.
Right.
We got time for one more song, Chakulla.
Yeah. Before we do that, I would hate myself if I don't ask this question. And I ask everybody, and nobody likes to give the answer to it, but maybe I get an answer finally. I don't think I'm going to get an answer though, Steve. So you've shared the stage with some pretty great performers: Pete Seeger, Arlo Guthrie, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, Arlo, Woody Guthrie, Arlo. I've seen Arlo a few times. I've been around, so
Yeah.
I've played the 25th year reunion in Woodstock. I mean, I was, I've done a lot of things. So the
So
point is this is not about me. What this is
no, no,
about,
no, 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 no.
inspiring people to help each other.
Oh, absolutely. But I want to personally know,
Yeah.
who is your favorite musician to share the stage with?
Did I lose you? Oh my
Oh,
gosh. We had some issues. Go ahead. You want to personally know?
yeah. Who is your favorite musician to share the stage with?
Well, you know what? I can't really say that.
They all say
Tough
it.
one.
Well,
They
you
all
can't.
say it.
Well, because you know
No,
why?
I know. I don't expect an answer ever.
No, I mean, really. Um, oh, um, I want to tell you. Can I tell you something?
Sure.
25th year reunion of Woodstock. Okay, there was just to let you know, Arlo Guthrie and um, the gal roller skates. And this is bad that I'm not remember. I'm kind of tired right now.
Melanie?
Melanie were up, and then I went up. And what happened is um, I had my hummingbird guitar, which was Fishman. And I told them the guitar's hot. And this is Alan Kaplan was running sound, okay? And what happened is I plugged in and I blew out the mid-range system.
Oh no.
I didn't blow it out, but I plugged in and it went woo. So now we had to go forward. But I had to wait. But as far as playing with anybody who you revered, I have to tell you, Toshi and Pete, their whole thing in life was just mankind and joy and love and how they lifted people up. I mean, Toshi saw me with clothes. I mean, I don't buy clothes. Unless it's totally, tattered, because I don't care. I mean, I just see this after 2 years. I went and got teeth, and you know why? Because somebody
Just in
said to
time for our
me,
show.
you know what? You look like you're smoking crack, and now you're trying to help people. So that's why I went and did this. So, but Toshi gave me T-shirts, which I gifted every single T-shirt to people that was Pete's at the Recycle Fest to inspire them to go out and share a smile. We're not talking about communism. What we're talking about is helping people, inspiring people to clean up rivers and to say hi and
Well, Chakulla, I'm going to take your answer as Pete Seeger and Toshi Seeger were
Yeah,
your favorites.
yeah. That's what I'm going to do too.
Yeah.
I feel as I got an answer.
There you go.
I feel I got an answer.
Okay.
So look, let's get into one more song. So that way we can just give these fans exactly what they need. Some great music.
And speaking of Pete, I think this is.
Now, I could do that, but truth is very important. Can I do something?
Oh, yeah, it's totally up to you. This is your show as much as it is ours. As long as it's original or public domain, we are good.
Original. I'm here. We just had some rain. I'm here at the Happy Place here in Punta Gorda.
Great.
Punta Gorda, Florida. So that's why this guitar is going a little out. I want to tell you, since 1974, I never had a new guitar. And because I've been going around and spending my money on helping to feed people, but see this here?
Yeah, beautiful.
This is Ruby. She has a twin sister. Her name is Melissa, Missy. She's very proper. She's in that standard tuning. This one likes to go in. You can wiggle her all over the place. So she's a filthy whore. So anyway, this is a song called "No Good for You." Okay, we did this at the Artist Hunger Network kickoff event, which is now the 1 of 52 Hunger Network in Providence. It's on the CD here at Providencia. It's called "No Good for You." Forgot to mention Clemic. Isa, Musa, and Seydu too, the African percussionists. You go for a while and you're going in style, so you think you're saying the words that aren't true lies. No good for you. It's really too bad that it's you that it has. Oh, those lies. No good for you. Your friends that were near you started to steer. You started to steer them further and further away. Further and further and further and further, further. Just like the tide that you should have ride. You drift out to sea. One day lies. No good for you. Words, all those words, the lies that you said after you said them. Remember what you said, lies. No good for you. But after a while, the stories that led you to tell, they're so darn good for your head lies. No good for you. No good for you. I see your friends, you won't even bend. Go for a while and you go into style, so you think you're saying the words that aren't true lies. No good for you.
Nice.
I just wanted
Awesome,
to say,
awesome.
I wanted to say, Rhode Island favorite person of mine was Pop, and he helped us out. Remember?
Yes,
Stage.
he's
He
on our
was
list of dearly departed
unbelievable
members.
person who's passed over. Um, just for Rhode Island, it just was right in there, just oozing with love. Thank you, and Larry Durr, and you're forgetting all kinds of people, but there are so many folks that have been such a um, you know
Like I
just
say,
really.
it would be hard to
Oh
remember
yeah.
all the names. Tune
Well,
in next week with Al Olson will be here. Upcoming shows with Eddie McGurl and local favorite J. Michael Graham, who helped us produce an event recently at Slater Mill at our ZEP 50 concert. Visit 1of52.net to learn about everybody else who's involved. You can hear Chakulla's rendition of We Shall Overcome by Pete on the compilation CD. Search out Rhode Island Broadcasting.com. Search out the 1of52 Hunger Benefit compilation on Facebook. Basically, if you put in my name, Steve Maciel, or 1of52, you're going to come right to the sites. So thank you all. Thank you, Chakulla, for being with us here today. Thank you, Ron,
Steve.
for producing another great show.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many people involved, and we thank, of course, everybody that's been a guest, and of course Chakulla that is with us this week. Now you mentioned Al Olson will be here next week. Look, it could be just as simple as sharing the show. You share the show, more people see it. It could help everywhere. The more you share, the more people can see our message, and somebody does something. There's always somebody that steps up and does something. And just as simple as a share can help.
And what did Harry Chapin say? Do something.
Yeah, do something.
That's how somebody can help. Is you want to do something to help. All you have to do is share this with other folks. The thing is that I mean, for crying out loud, if you don't, I mean, this is awareness.
Yeah,
it's love. It's let's help somebody.
Yeah, man. Love you, man.
Share that
Thank you so
smile.
much for spending time with us today.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
All right, so Steve, it's another wrap on the show.
Thank you, Ron.
First of all, I want to thank the viewers that have been watching the whole way. Thank you so much. Throw some comments in there, please. By all means, throw some comments in there. Let us know what you think. Let us know, what we can do in maybe your area. Knowledge is part of the whole concept, and until people realize what is actually going on, then it's harder to get things accomplished. So knowledge is so important.
Knowledge and awareness, which leads to action.
Absolutely. So if you have more to say even after the show, you can just join us on Discord right there. I'm always on. If you need to talk to somebody about this, and you want to be part of the 1of52 network, you can just go on the Discord and talk about it, or you can go on 1of52.net and reach out to somebody there. Steve, everybody is available. YouTube, thank you again, all the followers. We have over 1,100 followers on YouTube. Let's get to that 2,000 mark, and let's keep sharing and sharing and sharing. Of course, you'll be able to hear this show on Anchor, Spotify, Google, Amazon, Red Circle, TuneIn, and many more. Twitter, we're always there on Twitter, as well at Broadcasting RI. So please jump on there, subscribe, follow, and of course on Twitch as well. We have a bunch of people that follow us on there, 317 followers. Let's get that to 500. And broadcasting, RI_broadcasting at Twitch. And of course, Facebook right here at Rhode Island Broadcasting. So there's all kinds of ways where you can interact with us. You can throw comments. You can follow, subscribe. We're all over the place. Just look us up. If you need to find out where you can donate, either through the show or at the Rhode Island Community Food Bank or any of that, anywhere near you, just let us know how we can help. And if you are a family that does need help, please reach out. We'll do whatever we can to send you in the right direction as well. So there's a lot of ways people can help, and this is just one of them. And don't be afraid to be part of it. That's all I can tell you, really.
It's great. Thank you.
All right.
See you next week.
Yeah, we will see you next week live at noontime Eastern Standard Time. So 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday is our next show. We'll see you then.